In a sobering sign of the unequal health outcomes of the pandemic, coronavirus case rates are improving at a slower pace for Black and Latino residents of Los Angeles County than for white and Asian American residents. When calculated over a 2-week period, coronavirus case rates for Black residents dropped by 13% over the past month and by 22% for Latino residents, while falling by 33% for white and 45% for Asian American residents. And while hospitalization rates have fallen by 11% over the same time period for Black residents, they dropped by 34% for Latinos and whites and 50% for Asian Americans. As the weeks pass, we are seeing significant decreases, which is great in our overall rates, but they also are not distributed equally among racial and ethnic groups in our county, LA County Public Health Director Barbara Ferrer said. The disparities are also reflected in vaccination rates. As of last week, 43% of Black and 52% of Latino residents of El County had received at least one dose of vaccine, compared to 64% of white, 61% of Native American and 74% of Asian American residents. Throughout this pandemic, we have often seen two very different versions of the county, one in areas of the county with higher COVID rates, notably the Latinx and Black communities, and another where residents were able to safely and comfortably stay at home, El County Supervisor Hilda Solis said. The Delta variant may again create a tale of two counties if residents do not get vaccinated. Black residents are testing positive for the coronavirus, and being hospitalized for COVID-19, at more than twice the rate of white residents. For the 2-week period that ended June 12, for every 100,000 Black residents, 40 people were diagnosed with a coronavirus infection. But for every 100,000 Latino residents, 21 tested positive for the virus, for every 100,000 white residents, 16 tested positive, and, for every 100,000 Asian American residents, 6 tested positive. Among hospitalizations, for every 100,000 Black residents, 8. 1 people were in the hospital with COVID-19, for every 100,000 Latino residents, 5. 3 were hospitalized, for every 100,000 white residents, 2. 9 were hospitalized, and for every 100,000 Asian American residents, 1. 1 were hospitalized. Immunization rates vary widely by community. Areas of the county where 75% or more of residents age 16 up are vaccinated include places like the Los Angeles neighborhoods of Brentwood, Encino, Studio City, Century City and Playa Vista, Pacific Palisades, Hancock Park, and downtown, and the cities of Cañada Flintridge, Temple City, Sierra Madre, San Gabriel, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Santa Monica, San Marino, Cerritos, El Segundo, Monterey Park, South Pasadena, Rolling Hills Estates, Manhattan Beach, Culver City and Irwindale.